true.
Nicholas Latifi.
Back to school to prove to Dad that I'm not a fool.
A package that wasn't as competitive as we had all hoped. There was that big hope to be as quick as Max, a little bit better. Exposed a weakness of mine, a weak spot of mine. My driving style exposed a weakness of mine, a weak spot of mine to drive fast. COVID started to wear off. To be honest, I never wanted to be in Formula One.
Let's go, man! I got you!
It's backseat drivers time. Good evening and welcome to a special pre-recorded backseat drivers because some people have commitments.
Social lives?
Well, I don't know so much social, but family things where anniversaries and things like that. That takes precedence over doing something like this.
True.
So rather than giving you 2 hours of Rob trying to control Matt, we'll do it. The short and sharp, probably just to work on the IndyCar silly season because there's been a few developments in the last few days. Yes. There was the race over the weekend where, Dixon spun on the first lap, magic happened, and he dominates the race.
I was actually very confused of what was going on. I kind of drifted out of watching it for a little bit, and I came back, and I'm like, oh, he must be out of cycle with everyone else.
Yeah.
He'll get past, and then he's still there. Won.
Even watching it, though, you're like, right, he's on a different sequence to everybody else. He's still got to do an extra stop because of that. And then they're like, oh, no, he can make it. I'm like, how the hell does that work? Yeah.
Yeah, it blew my mind. I kind of feel bad for Graham. Graham. I was actually looking forward to seeing him have a win finally.
It's been a tough year for those Rahal, Letterman, Lanigan boys.
Yeah, exactly.
Except for London Guard that
true.
Got to take a victory in Toronto. But how much of a turnaround?
Yeah. That's
like lock out the front row and then London Guard was still about fourth or fifth, I think, in the race.
Yeah, I think so.
It wasn't too bad.
Yeah, he didn't do too bad. And Devlin. Just diving out in the front there for a bit. Don't know what happened there, but
contract time.
Yeah, needed to secure that seat. Yeah.
So, do we talk about the comings and goings?
Yes, I don't know much about what's going on. So,
all right. So I'll lead the discussion. We've got the Wikipedia list of the current teams from this year here. So we'll kick it off with AJ Foyt.
We're not going to start at the top at Able Motorsport and RC Anderson.
Well, I'm going to skip the Indy only entries and just go with the full season ones. I think Able is talking about potentially running a full-time car, but it probably won't be for next year. I think they'll build up and maybe even do a couple of extra races next year if So AJ.
Santino and Benderson.
Yeah, so from what I understand, Pedersen is bringing pretty much the budget for the two cars this year.
Yeah.
So as long as his budget's still there, I think Santino's probably got the seat there as the gun driver or whatever to teach him.
Yeah. Okay.
So and I don't think people are clamoring to get into that team either.
No. Which is a bit of a shame that they're not higher up the order. But
they were very impressive at Indy, but then even they were kind of nowhere again back at Iowa. And they haven't really shown pace, street or road courses at all. So
not at all. Henderson hasn't shown any pace whatsoever.
It's been a little bit embarrassing, hasn't it?
It is.
Andretti.
Yes.
So Colton and Kirkwood are both confirmed.
Yep.
Devlin is gone. Grosjean is a big question mark.
Yeah, I've heard that. but I heard rumors he may go somewhere else.
Yeah, I'm not sure where though.
I can't remember where I heard, but yeah, I did remember that he was off to somewhere else. But
yeah, he's a big question mark. I think they have got funding for the 4 cars next year. That's why Devlin is out. And looking more and more likely to be Marcus Ericsson.
Okay.
One of the 2 empty seats.
Okay.
Because they've tied up their loose ends and been able to offer a contract quicker than Ganassi.
Yeah.
As we will get to when we get down to the June. I'm not 100% sure who they're going after for the 4th seat.
Yeah. I'm guessing Devlin doesn't have a seat lined up at all.
I think Devlin probably Coins.
Coins, okay.
Was the last one I heard. Which Malukas has already said he's out.
He's out, yeah.
There. And actually, Malukas was one of the names mentioned with Andretti's as well.
Yeah. Be a good move
I've
for him.
heard, Malukas's name mentioned at multiple teams as well, because of also, Ganassi, Ed Carpenter, I think even Mike Shank.
Yeah.
Malukas was mentioned for.
I feel a bit sorry for him because every race that he's started showing some promise in, he's had issues like at where were we 2 races last race? Another Gallagher race? I can't remember the name of the track. Nashville, where his car caught on fire and the wing fell off.
Yeah, that was. I've never seen that before.
No.
That was a new one.
Yeah, and he seemed to be running all right, but yeah.
Arrow McLaren.
Yes.
So Pato and Rossi are both under contract.
Yep.
Felix is not.
I did hear rumors he was going somewhere.
Maya Shank is probably or Andretti.
Yeah.
As well.
Could have been Andretti I heard.
Yeah. I have and Andretti was kind of that was kicking around there. Although a lot of people are linked to that seat at the moment. It looks like Palop won't be going there now. And there is also rumours that they have got a satellite 4th car lined up as well.
Okay.
So there will be. They don't have enough room to run 4 full-time entries in their factory, supposedly. Yeah. And they have lined up another Chevy team to run the 4th car. So whether that's Junkos or Ed Carpenter, probably the logical Chev choices, because Penske would definitely be out, and you probably wouldn't bother even trying to get in bed with AJ Foyt.
No.
Because just reasons. And Junkos and Ed Carpenter probably not super giving you trade secrets away to them.
No.
Probably not as scary as
true.
So trying to jump in bed with a Penske.
Yes.
So so that's potentially 2 seats at Arrow McLaren that are empty. Which is also the option to keep Felix going, which I think that was a bit of the idea of the 4th. Or I'm trying to think. I think there was a couple of young guys linked to that as well, with them bringing on. But obviously the Pelot thing throws a spanner in the works there.
Yeah, I guess there is a few in the Indy Next series that could be up and comers. They could probably get, but
Chip Ganassi.
Yes.
Dixon has a contract.
Dixon will never race anywhere else.
It's
I reckon everyone's had a chat to him.
Over the time, and I heard McLaren made a very solid offer.
Zach would have been trying to hand him big wads of cash.
And I heard it was, you wouldn't be top Formula One money, but
No.
You definitely be in that second. You'd be Carlos Sainz kind of money.
Yeah.
Alex Palou is looking like he'll be at Ganassi for the next multiple years.
Yep.
Armstrong is probably firming up in a car there.
Yeah. Yeah. He seems to have been doing well enough.
Then the question is, who has the cash to pay for the Ericsson car? Yeah. Because I think they've probably been spending all their time trying to get the budget together to pay Palou the money he wants.
Yeah.
Rather than then trying to find budget for the Ericsson car.
True.
Because, the sad thing is, I mean, Ericsson has paid all the way through, and now he's like, hey, well, I've won multiple races. I've won the 500. I should be paid, which is fair enough. But, you've also... Ganassi probably... Weirdly, they're not that good on the commercial side of things compared to like some of the other teams. Like Rahals, for all of their faults, are very good at bringing on partners.
Yeah.
Whereas Ganassi, especially like the two cars seem to be funded, but the other two, they're always bringing, bring funding to it.
Yeah. Exactly.
So Malukas also linked in there. Yeah. Which he's.
It could be good, yeah.
He's got the budget to
bring,
pay for a seat somewhere.
So does that mean Marcus will be taking Husky with him to Andretti?
Well, I don't know if Husky have decided that they're not funding Husky. Have decided that they're not funding it anymore.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
well, back quickly back to Andretti. Hunter McElroy, he's leading the championship in Indy next, and he's a Andretti driver. Could be,
I think that's as well with Andretti. They've always got that fallback, of being able to bring on. And you've got, I mean, Colton should be in the championship fight, and like Kirkwood will be, as long as the equipment's there, he'll be in the fight next year. So
So if Hunter gets in, that means we've got 27 Kiwis.
At least there is one Aussie in there, so
true.
We're okay.
Dale Coyne.
This one's up a bit in the air.
Yeah.
So Lucas won't be there. I'm not sure if Stingray Rob's got budget to buy another season there.
He's got a bit of advertising for his sponsors as he's crashed into walls and other people.
I'm I'm not sure. I don't know that it's definitely not a done deal there. Whether it's not like say with Pedersen or Devlin DeFrancesco, where you're coming in, you have $6 million bucks or whatever to go and spend. I think it's I scraped together this much to get one season. Whether we can scrape that for a second year, will be. So they're pretty much they'll be last minute once all the other seats have fallen into place. Ed Carpenter,
yes.
Renus is under contract.
Yep.
But I have also heard it could be potentially 2 new drivers there.
Ooh.
As well.
Because who's Ryan Hunter-Reay's there at the moment? Hasn't really done much since he's been there.
No, he's keeping the seat warm for whoever else. And if the rumor that could be one of those seats could be a 4th McLaren car. I'm trying to remember if because I think they'd been linked with from McLaren, Rosenquist as well.
Yeah,
had been, which Rosenquist has basically been linked to nearly every empty seat as well.
He's been solid mid pack, Rosenquist. That's about it.
It's weird a lot of the time. But say they qualify second, third, and fourth. He's fourth.
Yeah.
They qualify 11th, 12th, 13th. He's 13th. He's always the third.
But he's had a few where he's been at the front, though, hasn't he?
Yeah, but generally the other two have. I mean, probably if you go through everything for the whole year, it's probably not quite. But it just feels like even if you're like, oh, Rosenquist is fourth, and you're like, but the other two are still in front of him.
Yeah.
So even on his brilliant days, he's still the slowest of.
And he's 13th in the championship behind the other two. So, yeah.
We got Junkos. Ilot's another one that's been mentioned with many a seat, although apparently he was a 3-year contract with Junkos.
Okay. Yeah.
So they've indicated that they want to keep Candapinos as well.
Yeah.
But I think Argentina's in a bit of monetary problems. So whether there's a budget there for Canapino, although there was an actual sponsor on the car I think it appeared in Nashville.
Yeah.
Can't remember. It's some pay services thing.
Yeah.
Could actually be helping fill the gap that
Argentine. I'd like to see Ilot get a better seat, but I guess not next year.
Yeah, well, that's it. And if they haven't got the budget, though, that could open him up to Ganassi, Andretti, Penske. So there's a lot. It could even be that he could potentially then slot into Will Power's seat once Will's contract's up at the end of next year or something like that. So that in that respect, it could work out quite well for him.
Yeah.
Maya Shanks.
Yep.
Helio's in for the 500.
Yep. Pagano out.
Pagano is out. Blomqvist is in.
Yes.
And his teammate. Yeah.
I reckon Lundqvist.
Yeah, although I did also, back to Ganassi, I heard Lundqvist could be, the Ganassi have actually offered, in Ericsson's seat.
Yeah. I think he's shown decent pace for a rookie. I think good.
Very good, especially considering the time of year he's come in as well.
Yeah.
So
but then I thought Blomqvist did well. Yeah. In a short period he had until he got taken out.
Yeah. To be honest, and Helio's done dick all this year.
Yeah.
But they've both come in and Blomqvist was pretty much on Helio's pace, and Lundqvist has come in and just smashed him.
Yeah.
I think so, and that kind of doesn't look good for Pagano either.
No.
I don't know. He was kind of and then he come in with Penske and did shit that first year. Yeah. Dominated the second year, and then he's just disappeared again. Yeah. And he's.
I think this is it. I can't see him racing for if his concussion is this bad, I don't see him racing for the rest of the year. I'm not sure where he fits in the field next year. I don't think he'll be in.
Ray Hall, Letterman, Lanigan. We could assume Graham will have a contract offered to him.
Yeah, you'd think so.
Lundengard has contract.
Wasn't there rumours that he was looking elsewhere or possible seat elsewhere?
Who Graham?
Yeah,
I did hear, but that has died right off. No one's mentioning that anymore.
Yeah.
I think with their turnaround in performance,
he's happy to stay.
he'll probably be staying. But I
Yeah.
did hear he was talking with the budget to a couple, probably Ganassi and Andretti,
Yeah.
earlier on in the year, like saying, "Hey, I don't have a contract, and look at the list of sponsors," and just holds up a board like, United Rentals, and it just goes. Now the big Harvey has been stood down.
Yep.
For this weekend or the rest of the year.
Has he?
Yep.
Oh, did not hear that.
And Mr. Daly will be in for this weekend at least.
Oh, wow. Oh, I did actually see he was in. I honestly didn't even realise what team he was racing in.
He's already been updated on Wikipedia. So someone's already chucked that changeover in there. So that was breaking news today, which we are recording this on Wednesday night.
I did, because I saw a post saying he was driving. I didn't even realize it was RLL because he was wearing the pink overalls from Maya Shank.
Oh, okay, from Shanks,
yeah. My brain just went, oh, he's racing for Maya Shank this week.
Yeah, no,
wow. Poor Jack.
Yeah. So Jack's been, but see, even like last weekend. Yeah, they were front row of the grid, and he did a lot better. But I think he was 13th or something on the grid. Yeah, which, I think so. It's a big gap there. Yeah, I can't see Harvey ending up anywhere else either.
No, I don't think so. Yeah. He'll go sports cars or something.
Yeah, I'd imagine so. And then Penske is locked and loaded.
Yep, they won't change.
The bus bros and power are all signed and delivered for next year, so that's straightforward. Then, obviously, we got some potentials wanting to come in. Lance Stroll, Nicholas Latifi.
Latifi's
all those. Latifi's given up on racing. Lance
Stroll, I've heard that he might walk away from the team. A small rumor I heard.
I'd be surprised though if he'd want to go to IndyCar though. Just probably without being trying to sound like too much of an arsehole, because he's not bad, but it's going to be hard for him to walk in and be competitive.
Yeah, unless he's in a fairly competitive car to start with. Like if you walk into a Penske or a Chip Ganassi.
Ganassi would be the one to try and hit.
Do you reckon Penske would ever have put another car in?
Penske won't for a pay driver.
Okay.
I'd imagine they might look at it for like a Kirkwood or Ilott, say.
Yeah.
But I think the big thing now is that they're probably lining up who to when Will Power.
Yeah.
Whether they decide to retire him or whether he decides he's had enough.
True.
They're probably looking for his replacement, and as they know, they've got McLaughlin and Newgarden, for another 5-10 years without having to worry too much.
Yeah, exactly.
So that basically covers off.
Yeah. Back to Pagenaud, because it was Kyle Busch in NASCAR who got pretty bad concussion and pretty much had to retire.
Frank Kitty.
Yeah, true.
But Frank Kitty there was a few concussions.
Yeah.
And that was, what they said. I think the doctors were basically like, you've had a few now. Yeah.
Time to
could be in a lot of trouble if you have another one.
Yeah. Yeah, true. Yeah. It would be interesting. Good to see some changes.
It freshens it up a little.
Yeah. Always
unlike the stagnant Formula One field.
Have we had any word over there yet? This has been pretty quiet during this
Formula One. I think everyone's just on holidays enjoying their break.
True. True. They're all playing golf.
Yeah.
Shane Van Gisbergen 10th.
Yeah. Like,
You're right.
After Chicago, it's a little bit, you're disappointed in it. But when you look at it, he ran competitively up the front.
Yeah.
10th
is good.
It's pretty bloody good. And even then, like,
best of all the imports.
Yeah. What do you, the bushwhackers or whatever they used to get called when they're, even like Brody did very well considering he started last, got his way up to, I think it was about 17th or something.
Yeah.
And then ended up, wherever he did. But he was the last car on the lead lap. So, it wasn't bad considering.
Yeah. SVG was throwing a bit of shade, though, at supercars.
Yeah, I've seen a few headlines. I didn't listen to the podcast or anything.
Yeah, I've listened to a couple of podcasts he was on. It was interesting to listen to him, but he wasn't too happy with how supercars is going. The penalties for little nudges and stuff.
Yeah, I wonder on some of that whether now, like like in his head, he's like, no, I don't like this. I'm going to NASCAR. Yeah. And then he's like, he decided already that he wasn't going to like it.
Yeah.
And then
maybe
he hasn't been as competitive. He's like, oh, the car's broken. Yeah. I need a new car and things like that. Yeah. And he's just in that like mindset that,
Yeah.
To me, though, being a fan of the sport and whatever, if you're going to behave and kick and scream like that and whatever, I prefer to, off you go. And then, because quite a few of the other drivers have turned around and said, hey, we were like Gen 3 is awesome. Yeah. The racing's heaps better. Yeah, there's some issues, obviously, with Mustang teams winning. But in the grand scheme of things, it has been a step forward, and for the future, it will be a lot better thing.
I think so.
And they're like, hey, I want to hang around.
I think some of the penalties probably a bit too silly.
I think the problem with that that one though, it got to the point where they'd let it get away for so long.
Yeah.
And then it's like, we got to pull him up at some point.
Yeah.
And then that just happened to be when he got pulled up.
What happened? Yeah, true. Yeah. Back to IndyCar, Plough, 101 points in front of Dixon now. Not
it's over an hour.
105 in front of Newgarden.
4 to go, isn't it?
3, I thought.
There's only 3.
I think.
Portland's Gateway, Laguna Seca. 3. So,
Oval.
Yeah, she's done and dusted. Newgarden will win that, but
Portland
really,
Plough's just got to. He's just got to drive,
cruise and collect. Yeah,
he just needs to not do anything silly. Don't go for the win. Just drive.
Yeah, I mean, he'll pretty much wrap it up this or next weekend because we've got a week off. Yeah.
He'll do all right at Monterey, the Laguna Seca.
But I think by that point it'll be
done.
If he doesn't wrap it up in Gateway, he'll wrap it up in Portland.
Yeah,
it's a big ask from him.
Yeah. So good to see him get another win or another championship. Surprised he didn't get a seat in Formula One.
I'm not overly surprised, but also from like his point of view, apparently McLaren were offering him were trying to angle to get him into Logan Sargent's seat for next year.
Okay,
so that then he gets experience in Formula One or whatever. Then when they ultimately lose Lando to Audi, or
they got someone put in.
They've got someone up and ready to go.
Yeah. That seat's probably not a bad seat these days.
No, but also I mean it's hard because it's the whole thing of Formula One. But then you look at guys like Bourdais, Michael Andretti. Who was the other one? Cristiano D'Amato.
Yeah.
That could have, like, okay, you're not going to earn your $30 million a year Max and Lewis money, but the really top guys in IndyCar are in, $3 to $5 million a year, like it is. But you earn that for, like, look at Dixon's been earning ridiculous money, well, for at least the last 10 years. So you make yourself a very comfortable life in the States.
I'm pretty sure half his money still goes back to New Zealand to his investors.
Yeah, well, there's potentially a bit of that. It depends on, you hear all sorts of. Yeah,
we need to find ourselves a potential racing driver who can win as me's in the future.
You've just got to get someone who will make it.
God, you'd be pretty rapt to have invested in Dixon with how much he's done.
Yeah. But there is, I have heard of some of them where they turn around like a couple of years in and go, hey, I'll pay you all back now or whatever. And then, but I'm free from,
I think if you're just gone, it's all over. We're happy.
Yeah. So, anyway.
Yep.
A nice, short, sharp one.
Yeah, nice and easy. Done.
And we'll be back next week for somewhat normal programming.
Yeah, hopefully there's some racing between now and then.
We'll find something to talk about anyway.
Yeah, hopefully there's some scooters.
Yeah. Until next time, we'll catch you later.
See you later. Thanks.